Hello everyone, my name is Carlozzo and welcome to this spy discussion video. Today, going to be talking about the time-honored debate of Revolver versus Ambassador. Now, this is a topic which has been pretty heavily in contention for the past 6 years, if you believe it or not. You'd think that'd be enough time to figure out which was the better gun. However, the fact that both of these weapons are still heavily in debate only goes to prove how balanced they both are. So, the thing to take away from all this is use what weapon you're most comfortable with, because that is going to be the best weapon no matter what me or anyone else says. But, let's actually get into the debate, starting off with the original firearm for the Spy, the vanilla Revolver. I like to call her Old Reliable, because this thing is reliable. Traditionally used when you've mucked up a stab, the Revolver is the perfect tool in the Spy's arsenal for when a medic with an Uber saw is staring straight at your face. The Revolver is going to be dishing out up to 60 damage a shot at close range, and close range is exactly where you want to be with this weapon. Close range is probably where you're going to be anyway, so it has great synergy with just your general decloaking and going for backstab playstyle. And probably the biggest selling point for the Revolver over the Ambassador is the fact that a condition does not need to be met to be effective with it. It doesn't matter where you hit the shots, you can hit them in the brain, the pinky toe, the liver, or the chest. You'll be doing damage dependent on your range, not where you hit them. That is the reason why the Revolver is such a powerful tool and why many people swear by it over the Ambassador. It is safe, it is consistent, it is reliable. But now we're going to be moving on to the Ambassador. One of the first unlockables new players will get their hands on for the Spy class. It is arguably one of the most popular Spy weapons in the game, and for a pretty good reason. So what can the Ambassador do? Well, the Ambassador has 15% less damage and 20% slower firing speed than the Revolver, also with no random critical hits. However, it is capable of critting on headshot for 102 damage. When you look at the potential for this weapon, it is actually incredibly high. Higher than the Revolver. If the Revolver is a safety net, the Ambassador is the harpoon. That was really bad. But it gets the point across that the Ambassador is going to be your cannon. How is it a cannon? Well, that is due to its tremendous burst capabilities. One headshot alone is going to be taking out at least half of a medium class's health. And probably the most appealing thing about it is that those headshots aren't dependent on range. You can be anywhere. As long as you are aiming at their head and you have the potential to hit them, then you'll be dishing out 102. With something this potentially awesome, there also has to be some drawbacks. The first and foremost obvious drawbacks are the stat decreases. 20% less firing speed and 15% less damage means that if you aren't hitting those headshots, then you're simply taking a stat decrease for no reason. You gotta remember that this weapon is potentially great. It requires a condition to be met, and that condition is to hit headshots. If you're unable to consistently hit headshots, then you're not going to be able to consistently reach the full potential and versatility that this weapon offers. However, no matter how good you are with aim, this is still a drawback. When you're close range against people, let's say you've just mucked up a stab, more times than not the Ambassador is going to be the worst weapon because it's pretty unlikely that you'll be able to line up and hit a headshot while you're up close to people's faces. It can happen and it can be a lifesaver, but you should know that this is pretty unreliable, and more often than not the Revolver is going to be the one that helps you out more in that scenario than the Ambassador. So let's draw some comparisons here. You are Mr. Revolver, you are reliable, you always meet your friends on time, you say you pick them up at 9:30, yeah, pick them up at 9:30. You're a good guy, you always do what you say you're gonna do, it's good times. But then you've got the Ambassador. Now the Ambassador is unpredictable, you don't know what he's gonna do. He probably doesn't even know what he's gonna do. He says he'll pick you up at 9:30, dude shows up at like 10:30. You know, what's that about? You know? That's totally unacceptable, wouldn't you say? Huh? But then the next time he says, yeah, you know, I won't be able to pick you up till, you know, like 10 the next day. And you're like, oh, jeez. But then the dude shows up at 9:30 anyway with a box of pizza and 2 tickets to go see your favourite band play live. The thing I'm trying to say here is that while the Revolver is reliable and it always is going to be doing what it says it's going to do, the Ambassador is that risky alternative that always tries to shoot for more. And when it does go for more, then goddamn, it goes for more. The Ambassador is going to be capable of doing things that the Revolver can't even dream of. And that is why my personal pick between the two is going to be going to the Ambassador. You probably saw this coming if you've watched previous videos of mine, but I truly do love the Ambassador. Whilst the Revolver is undoubtedly a great self-defense tool, I feel the Ambassador just provides so much opportunity and another avenue of attack for the spy to do his thing. More versatility is a great thing for a spy. And to be honest, you're not a class that's meant to be surviving that much anyway. You're probably one of the biggest throwaway classes in the game. So if you're able to be more deadly at the cost of a little less consistency at times, then I'm happy with taking that drawback. Just being able to do things like contesting heavies with 102s, being able to scare medics into popping, being able to contest snipers is a great thing. All these things that I feel aren't really possible with the Revolver. The Revolver just sort of guarantees opportunities which have already been given to you, and the Ambassador just goes ahead and creates them forcibly. However, the Revolver does have one clear thing over the Ambassador and will beat it every time though, and that is its skins. And how terrible they are. What the fuck is this thing? No. just no. However, that's just my opinion. There are plenty of Revolver heavy spies which have sweared by it and are doing fantastically. Evan, Granger Bob, and Hard are spies that instantly come to mind who have stood out to me as brilliant Revolver spies and have done fantastically on the competitive ladder. So really, it's entirely up to preference on what you want to achieve with your playstyle. So, that's going to wrap up this commentary. Thank you everyone for watching. It is so awesome to get back into the swing of things. Leave a comment down below for what you thought of this video and what you'd like me more to discuss on. I'll see you guys in the next video. Catch you later!